Hey, we're here in the home clubhouse, specifically the video room. And a lot of people ask, what do guys do all day long as they're preparing for the game? Well, one of those things is video work. And I'm here with Kyle Gibson and Jeremy Hefner, and we're going to talk a little bit about how Kyle prepares for the next opponent. So Kyle, Jeremy, maybe you can explain better than I can. What are you doing when you're sitting here looking like you're in the classroom?
So my prep starts so much with Jeremy and Dave and Pickler and Garvin's prep. They make it really easy on me because I open up this app. I've got all the videos I want. If I want to go back to a bullpen or if I want to go back to, specifically how I faced the Yankees last time, I can go back and watch all those videos. All the documents of our advanced reports are right here. So if I go right to our hitters for the Yankees, then I can get our advanced details right there.
So I know there's a lot of video, a lot of games that are happening in a given day. But Jeremy, your job, along with David, is to identify, what guys like, what guys need to prepare for the next game, or what helps them dissect their last outing. Specifically on the pitching side, you might identify something that Kyle might not see, but you guys can go over it right here in the room.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of Kyle and the rest of our pitchers and our staff is we do a good job of identifying places where Kyle can go after hitters, and we all kind of come together in agreement and give Kyle the best information possible to help him succeed.
Now, how many hours a week do you spend in the video room?
In this room, not nearly as much as I used to because of this app. So one thing that I love about this app is that I can go in and Dave and Jeremy can send video right to my iPad. So one thing I've been doing is videoing some of my bullpens, and what I can do is just go in, and if I just want to see my curveball from this angle, then I can go in and it'll pull up this last bullpen, and I can watch all my curveballs from this angle. One thing that, as a pitcher, we have a tendency to do sometimes is we can sometimes tip what pitches we're throwing just based on cues in our delivery. So what I've tried to do is get video, kind of accumulated video from this angle, so that I can take this, and even if I wanted to, I can do a split screen of these, and then I can have both of them side by side and be able to really tell if I'm doing the same thing on all my pitches, so that the hitter doesn't have an earlier idea of what's coming.
The old school scouting reports, can be pretty detailed, I guess. So in a sense, what you see in the video is explained here on the traditional scouting report, but you can also get a visual by watching it on video.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll go to Salvador Perez, right? Like I faced Salvi 50 times maybe in my career. So I mean, this is going to take the last, 10 or so at bats, which is to me the most important because Salvi's not the same hitter now as he was in 2014. So this is my last start against him. I can just go through each at bat, pitch by pitch, maybe see which pitches worked, which pitches didn't work. This was second and third and one out. He was aggressive at a first pitch heater there, and Bobby went with a slider. But then I can kind of get an idea of what pitches work in what counts and see how he reacted to them. So if I wanted to, all right, so I'm throwing a slider here, an 0-2 slider, I can just go slow-mo and see how he's reacting to the slider, right? So we can see what his hips did. And this is what all Jeremy does, pre-game, before I even look at this video, right? His job is to look and see, what Salvi's hips are doing as the pitch is coming. So then I can visualize it, see from the report, and either confirm or say, man, he was actually kind of on that pitch, so I'm going to go with a different one next time. We're going to throw another slider here, see if it's a better one. So, I mean, that was actually a good one. So, I mean, a lot of it is about executing pitches day to day. I can have this great plan. We can have this great plan here. But if I don't go out and execute pitches, the plan is worthless. It's really a starting point because now, we might have a plan, but Salvi might not swing at one slider the entire day. And if I just go up there and throw him 10 sliders, I'm going to end up walking them eventually. So the scouting report is just a starting point for me to then go into the game. So if we think Salvi's going to be aggressive, this was nobody on, but if we think Salvi's going to be aggressive with guys in scoring position, well, then maybe that's the time where I throw that first pitch slider. All this does is it allows me to kind of visualize the report, but then also see what sequences have worked in the past. Because when you execute pitches, that's really what allows you to work into sequences. And sequences, for me, is what I think is most effective and the most effective way to get outs.
Very interesting. Back in the day, tablets were made for video games and everything else. Now you see guys sitting at their locker studying video and preparing for that night's opponent.